Hello, so I just want to do a quick video about traveling to the Dominican Republic. Um, some of this you probably already know if you're an international traveler, but I wanted to do some things specific to coming into Santo Domingo. I'm assuming it's the same if you fly into Punta Cana, but I'm just going to tell you about my experience. I've flown in and out of the country 3 or 4 times, so I just want to give you some heads up about what to expect in the airport, also what to bring that you may not think about, and just some things to help your stay here be easier. The Dominican Republic is a high tourist destination. It's a very safe country, but there are still some things you need to think about because as Americans or as Europeans, you do stand out. Tourists stand out. Even if you are a darker skin tone, you stand out because the culture has ways of just recognizing that you stand out. So it's particularly bad though if you're fair skinned because you really stand out. Even though there are fair skinned Dominicans down here, they're not as common. So just going to give you some heads up, some pointers, especially if you don't speak the language like myself. So the first thing you need to know is coming into the country, you need $10. If you're an American, you need $10 in U.S. currency to be able to get a tourist card. You do not need a visa to enter the country. Your tourist card gives you 30 days free, basically. It's not really free because you pay $10. But after 30 days, you start accruing a fee to leave. You're not illegal, it just means you have to pay to leave. And that amount varies based on how long you stay. It can be anywhere from $50, which you can pay in pesos or American currency, all the way up to, I want to say no more than $200. Might be, but you have to be here for like years to get that. So, anyway, $10 U.S. currency to come in. Do not exchange money in the airport. You will get a lower rate than if you go to a Western Union, which are all over the place. So, just advice there. Also, your passport, once you are done with it, you want to make sure that it is put up in a secure place and out of sight before you leave customs. They will ask to see it twice, once when you're going through the actual customs line, and then again when you claim your baggage. They check your baggage to make sure it's your bag. I'll explain that in a little bit. Then you'll hand over your declaration form that you're bringing in. It's the last time I check your passport. After you cross that line, you need to put it up before you ever leave that area to go out into the receiving area. Not that the airport itself is necessarily dangerous, but it's just a precaution. U.S. passports sell for a lot of money on the black market, so just be cautious, put it out of sight. And make sure that you keep an eye on it. Once you get to your destination, you're good. You shouldn't need to carry it around other than to exchange money. You shouldn't need it. So it may be worth it to you to get a lower exchange rate and exchange in the airport and never have to carry the passport. I don't know. But you want to keep the passport out of sight when you do carry it. Second thing that you need to know, when you come to the Dominican, don't bring like a big purse, like one of the big tote bag kind of things. Bring a small, preferably crossbody bag, small to medium, that just carries like your phone, your necessities. You don't need a huge bag that can be easily snatched by motorcycles going by. If you have a crossbody and it's small, it's not as big a target. Any bag's a target, but the motorcycles go for big bags that you carry like this that they can just like drive by and snatch, which is why you don't carry your passport around. I also keep limited cash, but again, I have a Dominican bank account, so it's up to you. Another thing, sunglasses, obviously. It's very bright all year round. It's very bright, so you want to bring sunglasses and sunscreen, all of that. One thing that I have found or learned from while I've been down here is you want to carry hand sanitizer and napkins in your purse at all times. Not every bathroom has toilet paper and soap, particularly if you're kind of out from the touristy areas. I cannot guarantee that they will have soap and toilet paper. Generally speaking, the best bathrooms are in the malls, but even so, that's not always the case. So I have gotten into the habit of always carrying napkins and hand sanitizer. And that's easy if you eat out at like Pizza Hut or wherever they bring you a lot of napkins. Just put the extra napkins in your purse. Or you can go to the store. There's a store called La Serena. It's kind of like Walmart. Napkins are super cheap. You get a huge bag for like $1. We have those at the house, and if I'm getting low in my purse, I just grab a handful and stick them in my purse. You're not going to regret having them. You never use them, fine. Toss them on your way home. But it's one of those, when you need them, you need them. And of course, hand sanitizer, you'll never regret having hand sanitizer. Whether or not there's soap in the bathroom, there's enough other times that you need it. Just put hand sanitizer, multiples, in your purse. If you get the little ones from Bath and Body Works or whatever, put them in your purse. There have been times where I've been with groups of people that have come down, and I've been the only one with hand sanitizer. It's just like a line of hand sanitizer. So just personal experience. Always carry that. When you fly into the Dominican, I'm kind of ping-ponging here, sorry. When you check your bag at the airport, I don't know if other countries do this, but in the Dominican they do. You get like a little barcode thing that's put on your actual checked bag, and then you get a copy of it that they either give you like on a receipt type thing, or they stick it directly onto your boarding pass. You need those. I almost threw mine away. I'm really glad I didn't. You need those because you're going to go through customs, you're going to get fingerprinted, you're going to get your picture taken, all of that, and then you claim your bag and you go through a line, and the Dominicans match the barcode on your suitcase to the barcode on your boarding pass or receipt or whatever to make sure that you're claiming the correct bag. There's usually not an issue, but it's just to prevent if there is an issue. You will be given 2 pieces of paper on the plane, a blue and a white sheet. One is a declaration form, what you're bringing into the country. The other one is just personal information, where you're coming from, where you live in the States, where you're staying in the Dominican. Make sure if you're wherever you're staying that you have that address and probably phone number. I can't remember if the phone number is required, but have those handy so you can fill them out on the plane and save a lot of time. You will fill out a similar form to leave the country. And you just declare how long you were here and blah, blah, blah. So those are just some tips. You probably already know, dress for summer weather, blah, blah, blah. I would strongly recommend beach shoes, water shoes or whatever, if you're going to the beach. Sea urchins are a thing here. I have stepped on one. I have known people that have stepped on them. So if you have water shoes or flip-flops that you can go into the water with, it'll save you a lot of heartache. So anyway, just my life tips, I guess, of things I've learned. Everything else is pretty much common sense. If you find somebody trying to talk to you and you just say no Espanol or English or something like that, sometimes people will be able to speak to you in English, or they'll just be like, oh, okay, and move on. So just, enjoy your trip down here. It's a great country. These are just to make your life a little bit easier. Americans are kind of taken advantage of sometimes because there is usually a language barrier, but that's true in pretty much any country, I think, because Americans are kind of seen as always having money. So sorry, my cat and dog are wrestling over there. So anyway, just some personal advice and life tips, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I will try to do another video to answer those. Bye.